the other one as that stepping stone to continue that lifeline for the final hurrah of the year.
There's a possibility of an early clash here towards mid at the very beginning on the pistol. EDG perhaps looking to take a bit of control. Three-player push silently.
Kang is going to be feeling a bit of that heat now forwards as well. GNE trying to set him up, and it's beautiful! Picture perfect with the util camo straight from behind. Will answer them straight back with that backstab. We're not anticipating it. Taking shots from all sorts of angles. Heavy hits occurred.
And he has a read on where nobody is. He just hasn't quite anticipated him slinking into that attacker's spawn. So the map fully penetrated by the defenders here. Nobody's in a weird scenario, but he's got a great info position for if they decide to end this one towards A.
But he's going to be finding that target acquired. And that's going down. That's a spike drop down into spawn, and now everything's revealed. Camo. Got to get a move on, got to get a step on, but a TP as well. It's a quick evacuation. He's found himself an open sight.
Yeah, that's not bad. He should have a great idea of where nobody's coming from and the timing that he's going for as well. But a double-up play, nobody and Chishu holding hands and should be able to trade out.
Yeah, in all likelihood, Camo's going to have to hop off. Pull off some unreal shots, I think, to earn himself a way out of this one here. Chichu and nobody taking it with diligence. Side by side, waiting for the shot down. Rebounds against the back here. Jenny needs to be covered towards a degree, but that, yeah, just a slight peek out. And the head is all that nobody needs to see. Rips it clean off for winning an early pistol round.
Well, that's a great start for EDG. And also, when the desk was talking about, is GNE going to be able to find value here on the breach? Well, the stun instantly caught onto a few players up towards Tiles here, didn't it? Really nice collection onto Kiko and Paditek. And I do like the protocol from Camo. I think this is a really nice idea of being able to TP behind them. Nice! To backstab the push down mid. Still, EDG able to recover with a very proactive push from nobody. It sets them up with the Outlaw, with the three Bulldogs. With the early lead here on this map.
Yeah, nice and healthy.
I mean, we've seen some astonishing leads be tossed away, though, for EDG.
Yep, definitely so. I mean, we think back to Abyss.
Yeah, we'll talk about that more as the second map comes out. Now, Team Liquid, they don't appear to be playing the game.
Gone for the AFK strat. Yeah. Knives out, in spawn.
I've seen this in my ranked games.
Almost feels like a tech pause brewing.
Now, if this was Abyss, I'd be saying, you know,
right.
You know, they're going to jump off the map, but you don't really have the large cliffs in Los Angeles.
Perhaps, maybe, yeah, you don't really. I mean, Dispute, falling for something, but something is definitely wrong because they're not playing the game.
They don't appear to be trying to
I mean,
win.
I know we're in EMEA, and EMEA rank this is kind of par for the course if you lose the pistol round. You just sit and spawn, right? That's what I understand.
The amount of people that have been leaving my games after losing the pistol round, yeah, I think you're right with that one.
Yeah, but this is not normal. So we'll see. Timer will tick down. Any other podcast conversations you want to go over?
Yeah, well, I think actually it does give us a little bit of time to just talk about the wider picture between these two regions too.
Yep.
Because while our desk is pretty split on who the favorite is in this match, and it's pretty reasonable to say it could be EDG, as we see a drone coming out from nobody to try to
like, what's going on, man? What's happening?
But at this Champs, China's yet to win a map. Like, VCT CN has not won a map. They've gone 0-8 to open up. EMEA are already with 2 teams through to playoffs, and this is the #1 seed, Liquid, in a bizarre scenario where we see both of these two teams facing elimination right at the start. I mean, top EMEA seed and last year's Champs winners, one of them is going to be going home in last place. That's remarkable.
Unheard of for their own expectations. I mean, we'd heard it from a few of the Team Liquid players. Kiko himself talking about it, you know.
Bit of a melons round this one, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I mean, we're gonna get to the bottom of it, I'm sure. Finding out. I mean,
losing to the timer in round 2, such a bad omen for Liquid.
Yeah,
such a bad omen.
Someone on Team Liquid has been chirping about an issue, but didn't get the pause they were looking for. But maybe they will now.
Yeah, it does.
As they just waited out that one down to the clock.
The job for Liquid, trying to get up to Camo's ultimate would be a good one early on. So focusing over ult orb acquisition and then just chipping down some of the economy of EDG.
Let's get back to it then. As we said, it shouldn't really budge the needle in terms of the impact that Team Liquid can really get out into a round like this, just with the classics in hand. But they can do a slow take a mid anyway. Apply a bit of pressure into that direction, maybe go into the B split. Prowler in the face of Kang. He's being approached from 2 directions, and that was market not watched for. Slight gaps found, and with that, head clean off as well. Bullets are flying forwards of that hail of lead. It is Team Liquid have found themselves a bit of an entry and a gap and a chance to plan over towards this B side.
very heavy retake setup after Kang fell there, and a big gap in market.
3 players on half armor as well, with that outlaw picked up from Kang's body, and now we're seeing it already put to good use. Paddy, he's found his one. Looking for a few more though, but that return of the fire is quite there. Now two up towards the top, luckily has that gun differential. With that bulldog in hand, should sail him away, but everyone is left towards it.
Everyone dies in one shot here.
Yeah.
Kang's weapon was the worst thing to give over to Liquid.
Trex is here lying in wait. Perfect position played for him, and they all just lined up. But what is that? The shot's going through the shoulder, and he has to resort to the sidearm. Just that secondary classic out, and Smoky will cover it all. That could have been disastrous for EDG.
I think, if anything, it was Trex's to lose there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He got the timing, 2 players,
crazy.
2 bullets in the chamber as well.
Got to see a 0.25 of that.
It looked like one of the shots at least should have done damage through a wall, but, you know, maybe moving or something. And Trex had got a lot of value with it further up. Yeah. Tough one. Tough one. Still, good damage done. Camo 2 away from an ultimate. And EDG not coming into the bonus with quite the same level of aggressive weaponry. Kang, in fact, forcing with a judge and full armor.
Yeah.
And then 4 stacking over towards the A site and leaving B entirely in the hands of Chishu.
Full retake being played for. Deep down in the one way. One player break, so it doesn't reveal the hand the Team Liquid are creeping up past this with a lot of players. In fact, it only feels like Nats, and now they strike. They pounce forwards looking for that. Signs alive. Nobody still gets his one before being dropped. And now Kang right from the side, tearing them asunder. Can't be stopped. A delayed hit. And what a heavy one it was. Kiko is left to pick up whatever pieces he can, but there is no real sign, no real chance for him here. In a spot like this, Kang is just unleashed and raring to go. Bonus conversion, if you want to call it that. You did say there was some investment on the side of EDG, but 3 rounds in a row for their quick start and good beginning on Sunset.
And that is a ludicrous round.
Look at this.
That is criminal. Even Nat's cage actually helping Kang to stay alive and be able to get those kills without Trex being able to punish. And what on earth was nobody up to?
Not sure,
Greeding
man.
for the ult orb, but still killing one with a sheriff. I mean, those are ridiculous scenes. And it's crushed Team Liquid's economy early on. There's the classic Kang crosshair wiggle as soon as he's got a scoped weapon in hand.
Yeah, Outlaw is going to be making good work with it, presumably. Smoggy's got to try and lock down this one. It was an avenue that was left open. Team Liquid abused it on round 2. In through market for that B split. Looks like the same idea.
It's still being held quite softly, isn't it? Smoggy came to pick it up, but it's not like they're fighting over market control.
Hunter Fury, where's this one being let loose from? Okay, just from the signs of life that are being poured out now towards it. Camo! He tried to get away with it. Smoggy almost second and guessing himself, but Kiko's forwards as well, looking for that side. A little bit of help from the rest of his team. No, it's all locked down in kind. Kang is right there. Nats sharp shooting with that sheriff in hand, but not for much longer.
Now,
4
actually,
in a row now.
Mad respect for Camo to try to pull off the fake clone play.
It's time to try and pull it out.
But when you get one shot in the shoulder and you keep going, I think you've given the game away at that point. And EDG do a decent job of being able to plug up those gaps. Very funny moment there. Tried to react to it, Camo. A big ult expended, but at the same time, nobody got it online so early on.
One enemy remaining.
I'm so down for that. I mean, just chuck in a defensive Sova ult if you need to in order to secure the round. And make sure that the attacking team on...
Definitely not there just yet, but hopefully with a timeout now will be that turning of the tide.
Well, it has to be for them. This map, a bit of a must-win when you look at Abyss and Bind. Not maps that Team Liquid are bad at, but both maps that they lost to DRX. And knowing that a Yoru ult is going to come out for the attackers, EDG and Kang take aggressive control over towards A, trying to disrupt.
Real aggro through mid as well. Team Liquid are ready to receive the contact and the play that's happening, but Kang knows those angles well, like the back of his hands. Let loose with the stun as well, just for the evacuation. Doesn't want to overplay it.
Great pre-aim.
Cage triggered.
That's now with quite a job. Knows that there's one player there, but is he aware of nobody?
Very aware, but he just can't quite get onto the angle in time. Nobody just cleans him up. Now straight through the top section of mid as Team Liquid go and walkabout, just sidestepping ever so slightly. It's tepid. Trepidatious here from Team Liquid. Gong Ho, they're just trying to really see if they can find their way through this one, but EDG have got this one under lock and key. It's 5-0 for these beginnings. And it just feels like EDG are going to run away from it.
I mean, the game plan here was to try to get into a position where you could use the Euro ult. And they lost all 5 players before they could even have a sniff at it. Camo's the last player alive, in fact.
Nice! Nice!
An aggressive play off rip and losing a lot of the aim duels. I mean, the pre-aim was perfect from Kangkang. But the other duels are a little more fair around the map, like, for example, nobody taking up against Nats. And EDG looking sharper at the moment. And actually being ahead in terms of the ult situations.
5 ults online. Don't quite have the weaponry. Down to the half 5, but they're going to be sending this one fast out through into B main. And now with that, showstopper, back pocket, offloaded. Kiko's got this one and he's saving it for a right time to strike. Kangkang removed from the fight. EDG looking to see if they can seal up that weakness they've got going forwards. It's a quick clearance out towards market. Nade rebounding. Shots fired off as well. And finally, Kiko is cleared up. Backside control is theirs for now. Team Liquid just with a slight tap for that next sign and reaction. Paddy Tech is going to cheek you with it. TP into the smoke, but it's the only thing he could do, and it leaves it just down to Trex in that 1v3. Ring around the roses, looking to avoid the ire of the opponents, but still finding, claiming the kills individually, but eventually traded out. Nobody finds it. So 6-0 with even ults being expended. Just the one, just the showstopper, but it is a big one.
Yeah, but I think it's strange that only one ult is invested in that situation. If you're going to try to win a 4v4 after you've already invested the showstopper, why not try to fight with Fade ult forwards into Boba, for example? And they also tried to fight over both areas of the map at once there, Team Liquid. Kiko was alone in market with no extra help, while the rest of his team tried to fight for backside and Boba control. They don't look like they're on the same page, and EDG are being able to pick them apart. Perfect utility from Jenny and Smoggy to isolate Kiko and rip apart one of the best fraggers from Team Liquid. And now the ults are starting to come up for EDG again. Jenny with the Rolling Thunder.
What happened there? How much use his ult?
Yeah.
I'm crazy. I'm not crazy, right?
Well,
I mean, I am, but don't answer that. Kangkang's got a kill on the bottom section of mid. Chichu is willing to stand his ground, posturing up, puffing up the chest ever so slightly when he sees that presence coming his way, but just blunder after blunder. I'm not too sure what happened with the ult early on.
Has he misclicked his way out of a Yoru?
I don't know. That's bizarre.
We've got to get a replay on that if we can, but that's mad. I mean, I saw them all in spawn as if they were trying to wait for Paddy Tech to omen ult deep as well, but EDG are anticipating ultimates really beautifully, and then also Team Liquid appear to be misplaying them.
It's a bizarre one. Walking up steadily, though, looking to gain as much space as they possibly can over towards the A side. Full retake being played here. EDG. Jenny just looking to hold this one off as well. Kangkang by his side. The shots are perfect. Straight to the dome. Sharp shooting. Ordered up here by EDG. Only 2 left to stand to see if they can piece away through and past this one. Camo's forward, trying to step up to that fight once more, but the blind in his face never really favored for it, and Nats is left to just trickle out of the fight from really just nothing going the way of Team Liquid. I'm kind of gobsmacked.
Yeah, even if we ignore what Camo did at the start of the round, no smoke, no util to try to push Kangkang off that angle over towards CT. EDG are playing great, but it's way too easy for them out there right now. And again, remember, despite EDG looking really competent against NRG, I'm not taking anything away from them, because that match was, I think, the best match that we've had so far.
1 or 2 rounds away from potentially them being the team in the uppers of our group.
No, it was sick. It was a sicko game. Oh, let's take a look at this again.
What happened here?
I don't understand.
Popped the ult at the same time he took the TP. I just landed it out. That's really strange. Really weird interaction. Yeah, that's a bizarre one.
I mean, that doesn't look like a misclick, but no tech pause, so we continue.
We keep going, I guess.
Answers on a postcard if you know more than we do about Yoru ults.
Yeah, that's bizarre, and I got a feel for Camo. All the Team Liquid right now, nothing is going right, nothing to correct the course. Grouped up, though, towards B. Kangkang's going to be lying in wait. Here's that one with the TP. Horn over to the side, doesn't even... Oh, I mean, the Horn's just even missing. It's behind the wall there. Camo...
It's a comedy of errors, isn't it?
He's lamb to the slaughter.
It's, yeah, tragic to watch.
This is brutal to watch. Not what you really expect from the #1 seed of EMEA. Feeling like today is just not their day.
Well, neither was when they played against DRX, was it?
Precisely.
Making some extremely unusual mistakes across this tournament, and EDG, the happy beneficiaries. You got to keep your foot on the throat while your opponent is choking. It is quite incredible, but at the same time, Team Liquid, despite being pretty excellent this year, they haven't escaped groups at any global event. And I mean, if they keep playing like this, they're not going to hear either. So, pretty large mismatch between their domestic ability and their international one for some reason.
Disjointed Team Liquid here. Sidestepping and tiptoeing their way into the A side, just trying to gain a bit of ground into it. But again, Trip's going to be dealt with. Smokes across the board, blocking off one of the angles. Plant needs to go down now, but that's a rolling thunder. Kang straight in your face now with that shorty in hand. There it is, mid-speed towards the back. Quick cleanup as anything. Man, this is 8-0. EDG are relentless. They're not going to let anything slip by them.
No, and that's exactly how you draw up a retake like that. Kang so happy to follow up on Breach Util. To be honest, this is the combo. Now, I know it was Simon. It wasn't like unreal.
Right.
Like the lowest of lows. But the general level from Liquid is really high.
Okay, well.
Unfortunately, they're just stringing together horror after horror.
Time to turn it around, though. Around like this here, trying to disrespect towards A main, but that fault line will reveal alongside the dart as well. It's going to slow Team Liquid down to a crawl. Misplay after misplay has to be corrected from here on out. There's no more second chances with the timeouts. Now we're seeing a Nightfall. Scatters forwards again, slight shot that just misses. Kang going to be backing himself out and away. It's cover over the shoulder and he's still landing these shots. Jenny just trying to make the most of it, really squaring up to these fights, but it is going Team Liquid's way. Boombot in your face. Sidestep ever so slightly, damage through the wall. Paddy is low as anything, and that second shot will do him in. Nobody still trying to hold down. Ground down, and Kang! He can't be stopped, man. Put the operator in his hand, and he will make it sing. And now left to just contain. They realize they've got them penned in. It's up to Team Liquid to make the play. Stepping forwards, though, as Kang once more. Steadily as anything at call. Comes down to this first shot. Who can land it on each other? Kang versus Kiko. Ever so slightly, just a back poking out, and a game of timings does not go his way. The ace is on the cards. And Kang can feel it in the air. Nothing to be let slip, though. Nobody will seal this one up. Nice and pretty. 9 rounds in a row.
Look how well EDG break all the timings for Team Liquid. They smoke up to try to take the site originally, and because they're fighting for such a long time, by the time Kang is taking these duels, there's no util pushing him off the line back there. Nobody posted on the angle waiting for him to repeat. Kang is just super confident. 9-0 in terms of rounds. 18-4 because he just got a 4K.
Yeah, okay, mate.
I mean, no one's stopping him. There's no util in his face. He is beasting.
Smoked off, though. He knows he's up against the half armor. Vested into the Outlaw for this one. Business is booming, doesn't mind tossing away the operator, and that's that missing gap off to the side. The util just a little bit delayed and late. Kang don't wants to get active, and he sees it, spotting it. Signs of life. Paddy is done, finished off.
He's not even looking in the right direction.
He's not even anticipating that there could be that fight coming his way.
And again, the smokes go down, and this now opens up every angle for Kang to feast once more with the Outlaw. But it's nobody they'll have to get through first. On a very deep, very aggressive angle. Not usually one that you want to be playing when your team's up 4-3 in a round like this, but he backs onto something a little safer.
Oh.
And of course he picks it off because the form is just ridiculous right now for EDG.
Reaction time test for nobody. It's all going wrong. Nats and Trex completely split up here in a round like this. You only got 35 seconds left roughly to work with. I'd love to credit it down purely just to EDG playing phenomenally, which they are. The form is sharp, the self-belief evident, and nobody's going hunting. Wants access towards it. Nat is dropped.
And those are raw aim duels that he takes. I mean, of course, he's posted on an angle for the first and perfect crosshair placement. But after that, he's also just destroying. Camo has a bit of a free shot on Smoggy to open. Doesn't land it.
30
I think
seconds.
Paddytech came into this round, by the way, with only 1 smoke. I think he bought light armor Phantom and 1 smoke.
Yeah.
Well, now they're going to be coming into the next with, sure, full utility, but horrible weaponry. And EDG have let slip an 11-2 lead on Abyss, but, I mean, mate, that's not happening here.
No, the lessons surely have been learned, and this feels like a bit of a tier gap in terms of the difference between these teams. Paddy takes a deep TP into spawn, and even lands a shot. Kang gone. Raid boss removed. Smoggy's going to be blinded up, though, as well as they're looking to get this clearance in order. Make sure they have that peace of mind. Smoggy, a bit of Spraying and praying, skipping and hopping straight into that smoke. That's a Guardian in the hands of Paddy Tech. Short work made. Multitude of these players, even ults expended there, showstopper. Splash damage, followed up with camo. Gets them around on the board here, will be inevitable at this point, and there it is, one for Liquid, but it's too late.
The one round they win is a flawless where nobody on EDG survives whatsoever, everybody on Team Liquid does. And Paddy just kind of wakes up. There does seem to be a lot of this that's coming down to how they're actually just taking the fights, but yeah, it's a nice idea, ulting into spawn. Nat's trying to bring a little bit of that energy, self-belief, confidence, the things that Kiko said were lacking in their loss against against DRX. But this isn't a weird comp. You can't blame the theory here.
Just everything going wrong for them. Everything's a little bit off here early with the fault line. Utah being pulled out. Bit of present showcase here by Liquid. One more chance to get around on the board here, but Smoggy's the one with the operator this time. Going with a double pick, maybe a little bit greedy for it. Hunter's Fury as well is going to be missing plenty of targets as mid is already compromised. Nobody exiting early out of it. A flash to try and set him back up onto a deeper line. Knowing that these players are corralled and contained out towards mid. Chichu is playing gun game as well, topping around before that weaponry. Kiko finally steps up and challenges, winning it out.
An important duel for normally a huge fragger on Team Liquid. Kiko's KD not looking great, but here he's landed an important kill to get his team the site.
3v3, off angles on off angles here. Team Liquid have got a very good setup. Should be drilled enough for it, but Kangan just takes that peek anyway, and the bodies are falling, toppling. Players can't stand up to it here, and Trex reveals his position. Will have to be a full spray down. Not quite there, Kang. Swift dismissal there, overdrive in hand. It's 11-1. That's the half we're left at.
And that is a really nice play by EDG. The jump jiggle from nobody to play in the upper. You see how confident and comfortable they are when Kang is playing like this.
Unreal by EDG.
One enemy remaining. One enemy remaining.
Confidence. Set themselves up grandly, really, as well. If we look forward to that next half. Sunset, a lot of unknowns before we got into this map, but now just all certainties. Liquid are the ones who are going to have to dig deep. We're going to send it down to the floor and hit
Simple for them, doesn't it?
It really is.
If Liquid at least can win a pistol and get some rounds going, it'll give them confidence for the next maps coming up, because at the moment it feels like they don't believe they can win any fights.
Quick reveal though, that's Camo, poured out into the open. He's going to be taking a lot of stray shots, and Kiko will defend. He has taken Kang out of the picture, so...
Yeah, decent cover, and both teams going for a bit of an aggressive mid-look on the defense. EDG's more committed, Team Liquid's a little less so, but no less successful.
Very proactive footsteps made, I believe, as well. Just onto the wood then, spotting out these players, overwhelmed and swarmed. EDG were just waiting around the corner, looking to set their sights onto a freebie as well, over towards this B site, potentially, especially with Camo gone.
Really good awareness from Gianni there, just holding out that stun in case there was anyone playing B main aggro. Those are both of the big heavy hitters you need to be online for Team Liquid. Nats and Kiko fall instantly in B main, resetting this from a 5v4 into a 2v4.
Trex and Paddy with it all to do. Smart like this.
Last player standing.
Already Paddy's going to be finished off though, and Trex just doesn't stand a chance. This is an EDG that are feeling themselves fully and proper. Team that want to deliver and as well want to stay alive in this tournament. Remember, this is elimination that we're looking at here. After one early on in the series, but opening map being lost in this fashion. The Team Liquid at this point are going to be thinking ahead. They're going to be thinking about Abyss.
Yeah, you just got to try to mentally reset for maps 2 and 3 right now. I mean, of course, they'll try to take it round by round, but there's a wry smile on Nats' face that seems to indicate he doesn't have too much faith in the 12-1 comeback. The last time EDG went out in groups at Champs was 2022, the first time they ever got invited to Champions, before VCTCN even existed. So every year since that, they've been able to at least go on some level of a run into playoffs, and of course won it last year.
Evolution every time. In terms of how well they've done on that international stage that you really see pay dividends at Champs.
You can't do better than they did last year, though.
No, you really can't. Unless you win it again.
Is that better? I suppose it is,
listen,
really.
hey, 2 times.
Back-to-back is incredible.
Back-to-back is kind of crazy in terms of the consistency. Team Liquid got a stop to it though here and now. This is full backside control that is theirs. They haven't been cleared off or pushed back. In fact, EDG are the ones that are at that player disadvantage. No real control of anything here. To flash deep into the back of the site alongside that drone has to be broken. Chichu inserts himself, dominating this one smoke, but not one forward onto the angle. But again, stray shots and fire will come forwards. Team Liquid getting it active now. A lot of damage done to Gianni. Dodging and sidestepping, but that Prowler to Seas eventually connects and does reveal it, and there's a real chance. That could have been a finisher.
That would have been an amazing way to end the map. Completely would have boosted all of Gianni's confidence. Would have been one of his best map performances and biggest notable moments at his first global event, but alas, it slips away just slightly. Team Liquid get their second on the board. Team Liquid, if you look at their Sunset retake win rate,
the beginning of the beautiful story.
it would have to be the most beautiful story for Team Liquid. The little horse that could. At the moment, though, the glue factory beckons.
Oh no, not the glue, man.
But, yeah, as I was saying, Team Liquid's retake success rate is usually phenomenal. The thing is, it feels a bit moot to be talking about that when they're 12-2 down.
Then again, take your foot off the gas, and suddenly can give Team Liquid back in, way back in at least. Here, Spike's dropped down. Obviously, this round is nothing special on the EDG side of things. They haven't really invested much into it.
Tell you what, though, Gianni's one away from being able to get Breach Ult up. So these kills that he got over towards the pistol in the follow-up round have actually given EDG a great chance early on in this half of closing things. And Kiko doesn't get the final kill, so we're now seeing one player on either side, one orb away from a huge ult, either the Showstopper or the Rolling Thunder. So I would imagine that there'll be a clash over probably the B main orb. Thing is, often teams will not like to do these kind of things because they think it's a bit too obvious, a bit too readable.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I think that would be...
If you want to play mind games on top, you go for mid-control of your EDG.
Yeah. Does look like it. And on the other side, Team Liquid looking to try to completely push out the A main area to make sure that they're in a position where they'll be able to pick up this ult orb. So here you see Kiko coming in with the Outlaw, picking up the ult orb, and now a Showstopper available for Liquid. Not something that EDG prioritized in their attack default. Which now leaves them behind in the ult game. They've always got an option of going back over to B, though, because this cam is keeping full contact. They know that nobody's pushed up.
Let's see if they can spot the bodies here. EDG playing this one cautiously.
And Nat's camo could be up to the task here of trying to dodge a Breach ultimate. You want the cam to make contact, so it forces the Breach ult out.
Not dealt with, rolling in front of him through the back. That was that orb just vacuumed up from prior. Jenny's going to be using it to carve out a path.
Not sure if Camo got caught by that, but he's not going to go for the fast flood into backside anyway.
Through it anyways, a flash in your face, but dodged out by Kang.
And here Kiko is waiting ready.
Anti almost into the own anchor. Smokey! What a shot, man! Kang to deliver straight from the side, but Smokey not to be removed. So that thorn in their side. Chichu's looking to step up and put a finish to this map. 13-3. That is a sizable statement to...
Team Liquid will have been doing a lot of theory against the Sage comp that EDG ran last time. Of course, they're aware of Yoru Waylay because they just played against it with DRX, but EDG can set the tempo the whole game with this, and they're going to right off rip by going for that walk push again down mid. Pretty common idea.
That gets acknowledgement. Signs of life here, spotted out here with a cloudburst to go around the side. It's an updraft, a dash here from Camo, looking to exit into just on the one side of the smokes and a flash pop through. It's all elegant, well pieced together here by Team Liquid, but no one to receive it.
The flank trip just broken. What's the response from Liquid? Do they go forwards and flip the map? They haven't planted for it, but that's what they're going to do.
Fight to be taken here. Camo just spots it off to the shoulder here. Nobody's going to be cleaned up regardless. Chichu's the one being put under that squeeze and the pressure, and it has to be the flank players to pop off and really collect a few kills now. Getting a move on. 3 players now, making moves over towards it to hinder up towards the top, but the crossfire set up. Team Liquid have got this one completely under control. The pistol round goes their way. Sorely needed.
Absolutely. I mean, that was decisive from Liquid. They made the right call there, or at least one of the potential right calls, to flip the map completely and push forwards into spawn, and then had good crossfire and high-low setups ready for the flank. So, actually, playing faster than the Waylay Yoru composition, which I was surprised to see, but exactly what they need to do. And getting off onto the right foot again. I say again, actually. What I should say is, for one of the first times at Champs, because they haven't been winning a lot of these pistols. And of course, we saw them go down 10-0 on map 1. EDG stacking and taking a gamble, but on the wrong side of the map.
Yeah.
It's going to be very common for EDG to be doing these fast pushes out on defense. It's one of the best ways of playing on Abyss. You don't really want to be playing a lot of the time for a retake unless you've got a big push like this, and he's allowed to die. He's one of the players with Ghost in hand, and he will tell his team, don't worry about that. There is nobody home on the B site. I just got pushed by 17 people.
The orb real quick before the plant goes down, so real min-maxing occurring by EDG, and even walkabouts by Team Liquid in through spawn. It was a TP.
Dangerous.
Kankan's here, even a shot landing, but not in the hands of Camo here. Yeah, Rifle gets the better of it. Kiko missing a few shots with the Outlaw. Hard to get value out of ecos when you're playing on Abyss. Long-range sightlines, but...
I mean, we see a lot of teams just throw themselves off the map, don't
exactly,
we?
yeah.
Not what EDG look like they're going for currently, but totally could. Doesn't look like they're really trying to contest too much space. But this has got to get the confidence going early here for Liquid. They're not a bad Abyss map, not by any measure. The first time, in fact, that they have ever lost on Abyss was that match that you just saw recently with Team Liquid losing to DRX. Apart from that, they were 5-0. Hadn't played against the best teams in the world on this map, but, you know, some solid wins against some good opponents.
Yeah.
And technically undefeated. Again, up until this tournament where they faced off against DRX, who are one of the best teams in the world and always have been on this map. A really great understanding of how you play this. So normally we'd be looking at a map like this and we'd be saying, oh, what a clash. Two great teams that understand the map really well. But after what you've all just seen on Sunset, I'm concerned to sell you a high-level Valorant match here.
It's leaving the expectations a bit topsy-turvy.
It is.
That's for sure.
And of course, it would be great if Team Liquid rebounded and could make a match out of this. Paddy waiting for the arrow, and the knife catches onto nobody again.
He's going to have no utility to help him out here. It's going to be that same exit that we saw from prior. TP's across onto either side of things. Nobody's going to try and lock this one and hold it down all the way. Kiko spotted out and does land his shots. Rings true from the rifle. Cheetu's able to supplement anyway. Trades it out, evens it out. That Molly though, rebounding. Nade to the corner. Paddy to the shoulder, peek it out. That's a spike drop down into his lap. Trex. Quick cleanup. Upgrade acquired and the plan towards the back of the site.
Good recovery and risk taken, and Nats covers Vent.
That's
one body shot. Well, now both of these players died at one.
One bullet left up, biding their time, waiting it out now on a quick repetition from both of them. Hinder off onto the corner. Gianni finds it onto Trex. Double dash forwards as well, straight into the face. You bring it into the 1v1. Nats versus Smoggy, and damage done to Smoggy! Oh my goodness! It had to be shout from Smoggy. It had to be to deny that bonus conversion, but deny it he does.
Two massive kills. Flick shots as well. Gianni being able to dismiss Trex and Smoggy onto Nats, because otherwise that looked like Liquid's round on the bonus to win. I like the idea of going for the double dive with the Jet and the Omen, but the timing and spacing wasn't quite there. Kiko couldn't trade out Camo instantly, so they kind of trickled into the back though. Yeah, Gianni being able to get that kill onto Trex, and as I said, Smoggy's flick kill at the end on Nats, both having to take the fights at a disadvantage, but winning anyway. I mean, look at what it's done to the eco, though. The EDG win the round, and they come into this one with an eco.
Yeah.
With a half-buy. You very rarely see that. But the bonus, devastating.
Very good in terms of the damage done.
The problem is as well that this is going to reset EDG's loss bonus, too. They're going to get the minimum amount of money.
Smoggy didn't know which way to look there. There's a drone coming into his face, dart sailing sky high and over. He was the rifle player, the danger man. Kiko trying to hop up, hold on when he's trying to find himself onto a cheeky angle. Gianni letting loose here, and that Sheriff is singing, still snapping off to the side. Quick 180s occurring into mid. These kills are being cleaned up.
Paddy Tech needs help. Paddy's alone, trying to get the plant down with no assistance. Doesn't want to take a 1v1 against Kangkang.
Just for the Sheriff though for Kangkang. Sees Trex out and just the shoulder takes the fight and the swing.
Clean.
3-1 here for Team Liquid. It's what we needed to see.
Yeah, Team Liquid coming out here to play. Something that Nats has been saying, or the coaches have been talking about. Rallied the troops a little. should mention that in map 1, I had no idea about how that Yoru tech even worked, about how Camo cancelled his ultimate, but I think the desk are right. You know, signs like that of nerves, you know, missed inputs, brain not quite being on the game, felt very similar to their match against DRX where they were making massive mistakes, so we'll have to see whether any of that creeps into the game, but at the moment, playing some pretty clean Valorant.
Calm, collected. Tool's going to be primed and ready, waiting for contact by EDG. Cloudburst as well, obfuscates, hides the intent, but a dash forwards as well. Reveals pretty much all of it. Smoggy's forward though, up onto that corner. Has to sidestep and dodge that one. TP into the corner, no way, that's Fury. Not even collecting, and this guy, oh my god, what a menace. A jump rope over towards that with the Hunter's Fury, not even collecting him. TP in this way, and that Kang helping out. It's up to Nats now, last one left, and he knows he's low. Jordy trying to collect it, nobody is finished off.
Well, they'll know that Smoggy is low as well. They can confirm that he has only 5 HP. And Nats with the shorty could possibly finish these two off. Kang's the danger player. They're doubled up, but they're not looking.
Taking a peek, no way, the heads are turned entirely the wrong way.
They were so convinced the Nats was coming from mid. And they're just wide out in the open to the spawn reflank. That is a major mistake from EDG, not considering that he could have taken that pathing. Maybe just thinking about him going and getting the spike instead, which was abandoned in B main. Oh.
Get up, let's go, us. Get up, get up.
What an error, and that's knocked EDG's eco down again. And you've got to see Kang with op in hand on this map, right? If he's going to be playing the Yoru, and he's going to be on defense, you want to see him absolutely dominating using the operator like he was on Sunset. That was such a big problem for Liquid. And their economy's not even been close to getting one in his hands.
No, barely been a good buy the entire time.
Smoggy's got a bit of money here.
Going walkabout again, just looking for any advantage you can. You're under half by 8, you can take risks on a round like this, but already losing Kang. A slow and steady gameplay of Team Liquid. Sailing them nicely to a potential third map.
Well, EDG are about to get some big ultimates online as well, so even if they do lose this round where their weapons are bad, they're going to have, you know, Waylay ult, Cosmic Divide for the retake alongside Kang and Nobody can sync up the Yoru ult. So overall combos like this comp that EDG are running is fantastic for defensive ultimates
Tiniest
and retake ultimates.
Yeah, it definitely is. Any pushback though and supplementary spam into the smokes ensures that Smoggy will not be able to be that danger player.
It's definitely one of those rounds where you don't want to jump off the map. You do want to die in order to get your ult online. You're not that worried about feeding too many of the attacking players either. Paddy with an ult command. To be honest though, with what EDG have got working, I think Paddy wants to be saving this ult to stop retakes. So in an ideal world, Nats wants to be calling some kind of strat where they can get into the site just using refreshable utility knife recon, and then saving null command to stop, for example, Cosmic Divide, Dimensional Drift, these kind of plays. And EDG are going to take attack timeout here, which is a little surprising because I think that the game plan, you've got to be able to close it out, I think.
Yeah.
You don't want to offer any opportunity for your opponents to get back into the game. And a reminder that that's the first map that VCT-CN has even been able to get at Champs. And it was a 13-3 utterly dominant victory. Team Liquid hiding there over towards A main, trying to bait out a potential push, hide from a dart that would be thrown from Nobody.
It's an attack side operator for Nats. Taking this one slowly. In his face, couldn't really push himself up onto the line like he was hoping for, but why not? Running again, exact same exec, it's going to be it, round 2. Oh my goodness!
What a shot.
Sharp as anything with that blade summon. Camo's not done yet. Listen to this guy, he's making moves and running around the site, making sure to have that quick cleanup. Nobody's in though, but again, can't withstand it. Too much pressure and heat coming in his way, and Camo just really seeing if he can do even more. 3-piece so far, one step further.
Paddy utilizing the null command as well, just to ensure that that round goes their way. But everybody on EDG trying to play on site to defend A, instead of trying to utilize their ultimates. Non-used apart from Smoggy's, which was just to provide some reinforcement. And now he's all the way over towards B.
Going hunting, one more, that's all he needs.
And the money has been a nightmare for EDG. No op, no savings. Smoggy hunted down.
He'll be isolated here. Spotted out, there's your ace. Not the best clip in the world, but maybe we can cut it down.
Camo's going to get some confidence off the back of that. His entries were nice.
I mean,
this one is really good. Right before he goes for the updraft, Chichu not expecting him to make the full wraparound, maybe expecting him to push seating instead. Camo cleans up.
Let's go!
That round is a massive blow for EDG. They didn't even get a chance to use their ults.
No,
Economy's knocked again. Now round 9 is where you're going to be playing for the big ult retake rounds. The half has already run away from you.
No real chance for EDG to get back into this. Going for an aggro play as well. Up the gut straight through mid. Nothing seen though. Not just yet, but Kiko, hold on, he's gone. That's a rifle gone, and the grade claimed. Kung knocks himself out, but the TP just unfortunate. Already being covered in terms of the cross out towards heaven. Deep dart. Jenny trying to play inside that smoke. He's being rattled and shredded to pieces by the bullets. Nobody looking to help out. That rifle getting good value now. Picked all the way back up. Hold on, dropping the gun.
What's going on?
Camo.
What's going on with Camo's keyboard?
Yeah, Jenny is going to know exactly what's going on. At least there's going to be a player close hearing that. Signs of life. And cuts it up close quarters. Exactly where the Stinger thrives.
He has pulled all 4 players, the defenders, over towards B. But he's also hand-delivered them a rifle and left his team in a 2v4 on an anti-eco. First round here where Liquid look a little more dodgy.
Still, timing is going to be tight. It's a plant on the other side where the rest of EDG, the opposite side of the map. Abyss is a big one.
Team Liquid need to take aggressive fights and then fall back. So you're looking for Nats to take a peek, pick one off, and then go back into a more passive position.
There it is, Nats.
Goes for the repeat.
Claims it, goes for the repeat. That's a nade at your feet though, and you're going to be feeling the heat dashes from Paddy to try and stop them. This guy with a rifle in hand, they're making it work. Might have been at that player disadvantage, but it matters not now because the time fully against them. Nobody swinging around looking for an easy target. Down to the bitter end in the final few moments. 7-1 now, that scoreline for Team Liquid.
And that really is a nightmare round. They're in a 4v2. They've managed to pick up some weaponry. That's theirs to win, EDG. And 2 players together. Paddy in particular. We don't need to see that again, do we? But Paddy in particular over here. It's not the cleanest kills in the world, but it gets the job done. Kenny and Chishu both fall. And Paddy keeps the win streak alive. Nats as well, 13-2, way better than his performance on Abyss against DRX, where he was languishing at the bottom of the scoreboard. Ult deep, up towards mid, Kiko clears it completely. EDG, no one home. And you expect them to be fighting more of a mid on rounds like this because they're also so good for retake, but
Reclearing in the wrong direction.
so deep.
They think it's in a different area. The knives were out. They thought that was safe as anything. Nobody barely getting a handle onto it. Not thinking about it though, almost falling to that, potentially up onto that angle. Crosses it up once more. Nobody's eager to try and take this fight straight towards him. That's! He's a menace, man! Steps up straight into the cage, into the pit. Smoggy dishes it straight back. Chichu, necessary one to win out. As the head of Camo taken clean off. A 2v3 now. This is EDG. No chance, they cannot squander this. Chichu
Takes a fight before using the ult.
peeking out, here it is now. Convergent pass, going to be slowing down most of the approach here. The double dash forwards. Paddy had no chance, no choice but to run forwards with it. But EDG finally get that second round.
They need all the rest in the half. Maybe, I mean, it is an attack-sided map. Maybe they can get away with 3 or 4 if they win the pistol, but ideally, EDG with all of these ults still available to them, apart from the Waylay ult that they just expended, should be trying to get another couple at least on the board here. Big trade onto Nats in mid through that smoke.
Enemy remaining.
Paddy caught on a more aggressive angle. 3v3, and Team Liquid chose to fight pretty aggro there in the post-bank. Camo almost looking like he wants to go for pushes to get the confidence flowing. He's ego checking a lot, but it's working for him on this map. He's 10-6. And this play, I've seen this, the nightmare of Team Heretics.
A heavy group up. You're going to be meeting it now with that paranoia forwards as well. Double dash in. You've seen a double TP, but this is a swift dismissal of anything. Hunter's Fury with a dart. It's deep. An attempt to see if they can even the scales, but EDG are still at that disadvantage. Kang answers back immediately.
Finally, with op in hand, he's allowed to wreak havoc. Trex took a flash from that nobody ultimate, so he's knocked down onto lower HP as well. Team Liquid have to scatter, no B control, no information even as to how many players are over towards there. They think Kangkang and nobody could be there, but of course Kangkang, super mobile around the map playing Yoru. They're going to go back over towards A. They've been favoring this A finish most of the time, but Nats with a chance to pick up one in mid.
Spotted it. Nobody. Just drifting into the sight line. TP's going to be taken here from Kangkang. He wants to get active now over towards this A site. They know that this is roughly where it's going to be landing. Nats as well, constantly creeping around, trying to take these timings against them. Not stopped. 6 bullets left in the chamber, and he's already claimed it. It's a bullet to the temple. Camo clean up Chichu. 2 to 8 now.
And Nats doing work in mid. This is more what you expect from the guy. We're talking about his form and how good he looks. Top 3 player in the world kind of potential. That's an interesting play. They thought that everyone would be caught by that. They'd have an opportunity to TP Smoggy up. He gets hit. See how hyped up Team Liquid are because they've experienced the doldrums on Sunset. They're having a roller coaster of a game here. I mean, being an EDG fan is already enough of a roller coaster. Yinsu was alluding towards it. Normally, your heart's in your mouth when you watch this team, but this might be a case of it being spread out a bit more throughout the match. The ups and the downs.
Topsy-turvy. Great shots in the fight taken already. That cloud burst as well. That exchange of that util. Camo's looking to get involved, but that stun connects, and it's a point-and-click adventure game for Gianni. Find the traces, and he does claim the life of Camo. Kiko evens it out up towards Heaven.
Yeah, a bit of a spam kill over there towards Nobody, who's been liking to play from that more aggressive angle. They can hear Kangkang getting into a spot. Nats gets one.
It's barely the top of his head. Everything's being covered here by Team Liquid. That flash is perfect on top of it. It's all being set up for success. Nats!
He's dominating.
He's unleashed.
Well, it was Kangkang in map 1, wasn't it? And now Nats has woken up. First map where you're really seeing him flex his muscles. 19 and 3 across 11 rounds. Now I can't. Was Kangkang 18 and 4 to end the first half? He certainly was 18 and 4 at some point. I wasn't sure whether that was his finishing score. Pretty ridiculous. He ended 21 and 5, sorry. Okay. So Nats still has a bit of a way to go. Needs another 2 kills if he wants to match Kangkang's success on Sunset.
Get his chance. Last round of the first half. Double dash forwards again by Gianni, and looking for that one with a follow-up. Oh my! Mows them down, Phantom in hand.
6-set play.
Done. Deep with a hint on that TP as well. Going to be cancelled out. Kiko managed, dealt with Chichigo and Walkabout as well. This could give up opportunities and openings potentially. Goes down to his idol.
There's the 20th.
And could be more danger. Flying in wait.
And
yes!
There's the 21st and an open B site.
Nats is not stopping now. Deep push out by EDG, looking to get control back into this round. Every single one counts for them, EDG. We know how poor the defensive half is on Abyss.
Well, Nats would have to pull out Spike. An even better performance than Kangkang did if he wants to get a 10-2 half here. Even 9-3 though. An incredible recovery for Liquid. But a win here still possible in the hands of Liquid's leader.
The captain is looking composed as anything. Cold with it. ISO the fight, but a quick trade nevertheless. Nobody makes his mark in the final round of this first half, and it will be that full-on diffuse. 3 rounds. Is it enough being the question here for EDG? We already know this is their least favored side of Abyss, and the attack side they can really get going. We'll find out. It's the Team Liquid that is raring to go.
Yeah, EDG, they desperately need a pistol here as we head into round 13, but this set play was lovely. Very similar to what we've seen coming out from MIBR, for example, on Corrode. 3 picked off instantly. They didn't find the value that they wanted out of the big ult rounds, I think, on their defense. What's it? Big difference between map 1 and map 2 here.
Massive difference, and the vibes are fully up here for Team Liquid. Needed to see that turnaround before.
Ultimate as well, the whole half, and 4 and 12 on the scoreboard, so maybe not as practiced with this comp, maybe not having the same level of ideas, or maybe just EDG not being as comfortable on defense side Abyss, because that was the side, of course, where we saw them slip to NRG as well.
Preemptive here with a spam. Just a couple of stray shots. That's sitting nice and pretty up towards Heaven.
Yeah, I mean, EDG getting the entirety of mid control. That's just expecting, listening for it. An A split through the vents. And triple stacking over towards B. But they've given Kangkang a ton of room over here.
A lot of space.
There's Cam for contact. Trip broken.
Camo is going to be close here. Trying to cut up the angles nice and tight, try and take a fight potentially that might come his way, but that smoke is going to be dissipating. Time is being bought potentially here. Kangkang, yep, lying in wait, and there it is. Strikes right at the right time. You can hear it off without footsteps, and now quick TP and a pivot. Different directions going to be called for.
Oh, good call though, good reclear from Camo and Nats. Telling Trex and Paddy to stay on B.
30 seconds
So otherwise, they could have bought that fake entirely.
He's going to put the pressure on Trex. He's already been spotted out here in full towards that back of the site, and he's looking to see if he can step up anyways. Right out into the open. Shots are fired. Still, he's blinded up, and the kill's being claimed all over the place. These stragglers here from Team Liquid just giving up the defensive positions. It's all just down to Camo and Nats.
They're aware of the flank as well.
He's low. Goes down just to the one bullet, but to the dome, a bit overkill. Still gets the job done. Camo drifting in and out, making a lot of noise in the process. Chichu's got a pretty good idea of where he is currently, and Camo dropped down. Shouldn't be favored there at all, but wins the fight out anyway, and suddenly they have an in, and they have more. Nats spotting out, cleaning up. It's down to Camo in that 1v1. Him versus Smoggy. Comes down to those details. Smoggy will seal it up.
Health advantage, frenzy in hand. Smoggy looking calm. But that pistol was all EDG and nearly fumbled. This was a desperate one. They had to win it. And the deep insert of Kangkang. He was given a ton of space and a lot of room to work with. Caught Kiko. Was able to come out on top. An attack snowball is super possible with EDG's composition. The ults should be good. EDG probably have a lot of ideas for how they want to run this as well on their attack side. But Liquid, the best rounds I saw them play against DRX when Liquid was on defense was just pushing. Full 5-person, 4-person pushes around the map.
And they're again out wide into the open. These players have been ripped to pieces. Camo and Nats are top performers for Liquid.
I think this is one of the rounds where you want to toss yourself off the map.
Yep.
Because you do not want to start feeding the ult cycle of EDG. They stack a couple of players, see if they could get something cheeky going on the B site, and then deny any of that ult progress.
Gets us into round 15 nice and quick.
Yeah, very quickly. And no ult more than halfway online. Kangkang picks up the operator.
That's interesting.
Yeah, attack side op on the bonus. He's the only person to go and force. It's a risk. They're down 5-9. Maybe they feel like they need to take one. He is amazing with the attack side op.
Liquid looking for that flash play, pop through, and there it is, looking for the time to strike from Camo. Spots multitude of players, no dash actually procced. Could go for a second go of things here, but a spam, and there it is. It's a knife, not even a flash to set him up. Doesn't matter. Takes a fight anyways. Here's nobody picking up that orb. Posted back up, but Kangkang will have to respect that one way.
No, but he's going to be a bit mad about that. The whole point was that he was supposed to be covered by a couple of players. And Kangkang was hoping for the push. Just, first of all, took a flash to the face, had to stop peeking. And wasn't really set up to punish Camo. And now isn't really going to be offered the nicest angles here. Oh, missed.
Drone broken. Doesn't spot out Kangkang, and that's the big reveal. This operator into his hands. Finally, they know it. Flash forwards, bit of a south line, but all good. See if they can pop their way back in here, but Adana's going to be slowing them down. It is incredibly slow and steady. Just with that operator dashing forwards as well. Trex is feeling that heat now, and it's been turned up all the way. Planet Tech, we're going to be rejoining him, seeing if he can put a stop to most of this one, but it's disjointed by EDG. And they're being pulled apart at the seams. A real chance for them here with a spike drop down into the open. Trex has got his watchful eye onto it. From that perch, Kangkang, the last one left. Too much to do in a spot like this. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. He's going to be finished. 10-5 now for Team Liquid.
The smoke on site thrown by Kiko is perfect for Paddy to play around. And EDG's game plan is to have one person peek from up top and one person to swing around. But I think probably the teams they're playing against don't run this on-site smoke, because you can see that Chishu and Gianni are not actually facing together. Chishu peeks first and Gianni's inside the smoke, and then has to run through. Paddy Tech's popping off.
Yep.
Ult's still quite a long way from getting online, and because Kangkang went for the operator, Now, only with a stinger in hand.
Start is broken. That is nasty shooting.
Whoa, that's
tracking
tracking.
Chichu straight through.
Gun here.
Nothing wasted though. The gun's still going to be picked up.
Right here.
Instant proactivity by Team Liquid as a deep drone down mid. Make sure the players are posted up. Camo itching for a fight.
And he's been a lot better here on Abyss playing Jet compared to his Euro gameplay on Sunset. Got his feet underneath him.
It is time to strike his knife. Smoke into your face. Maddie's up towards the back of the site. It's just him and Trex. Supplementary spam from that angle. Trex really couldn't see a thing, but then they underhanded with the flash. Blind as anything. They combine it up with the dart. Good util combos. Leaves it just down to Kang. Ready to be unleashed once more. But it would have to be an ace for him. Turn this one around entirely. Spotted out by Trex. Oof, even gifted a chance at that 1v1. Just in that fight taken, Trex will offer himself up to it.
A lot more of the raw duels going the way of Liquid as well in this map compared to Sunset. The start of Sunset, EDG looked like they could do no wrong. Whereas here, I mean, look at how nice this one is from Camo. And then Trex has been super sharp, finishing off Kang at the end. That flash recon play as well, a really nice protocol. And now you've got a bit of a weird round where EDG finally have a big attack ultimate to be able to work with. It's Kang, but he's got a Bucky and everybody else has terrible weaponry to work with. But, I mean, it could be the last chance.
Yeah. Could be. It's hard even getting a bit of a reveal.
They're not even forcing this round. I mean, if your game plan is to go in with Yoruel, why not force? Play for the game.
Just to clear this one out. Going to be seeing most of this now with that double dash up through into heaven. Trex hindered. Oh, you don't want to be jumping there, but okay, Gianni eventually going to be picking up that fight. Gun picked up. That's his forwards though. Eager to take that fight again, and he does draw blood up towards heaven, making sure to dominate that angle, make it a little bit easier for Team Liquid to play this retake now.
Kang playing with a Bucky inside the smoke, has to get it refreshed, and Smoggy does.
Off site here. This is post-line being played with the pull and a Hunter's Fury. Kang. Don't know what goes wrong there, but again, just fires a little bit too early. Camo clearing most of the way. Drafting the dash as well, back to safety now. Time being played. But the pressure is mounting, being applied on every single side here. Look at this Camo, and that's drifting in through main. Kika with the defuse already just being stopped in his marks and his tracks with the Hunter's Fury. Has good damage done, but where's the next layer of this one?
There's
to
no
pull
time.
out wide. No one's forward to try and take this fight. But again, it comes down to that finer detail and sharp shooting at Chichu to put a cap onto the round.
Chishu can't quite recover a better weapon in the end, so only going to be able to keep a Spectre going. But it was EDG picking up a round desperately needed. I like the retake protocols as well here, but this comp that EDG are running just has so much good post plan.
Yeah.
You have the pull, you have the ults. It should be a fantastic comp for EDG to win, but maybe because they were running two different Abyss compositions, they've split their time with it a little. They've got a chance, though, at getting some level of a snowball going. 4 rifles coming into this round alongside Chishu's Spectre. And if Chishu can pick up this orb, as he's doing, very easy to get a Cosmic Divide play going, especially on A. A is usually where we see these Astro ult plays go.
Potential plan up towards bridge if they want to go for it. That's trips that are going to be cleaned up. Sharknart's finding it. Cam up towards the top. Stars at your feet. You will have to respect that. A bit of a move on. It's a deep push out. That's making the call for this one over towards A already. Time is of the essence. Team Liquid are way ahead of the curve on this one. It's up to EDG. See if they can get this player down. To bridge, there's no disruption, but it's going to be a fast take happening. 2 players off onto the flank already.
Deploying drone.
And this is a potential weakness of the comp. Chishu's gone back to cover it. But he
have
has
the weapon
no
for
good
it.
weapon.
Timing. It's brutal. He's not the Spectre, but he wants it close quarters anyway with that Sheriff in hand. Just tucks himself deep into it. Has to recognize that it could be a possibility. And yes, Kiko finds a kill. All eyes now to be watching onto this one because it is being applied, and Smoggy's the only one to really dish it straight back at you. Nobody now feeling it from every single angle. This retake is just impeccable. Team Liquid, so much discipline. And a completely different team compared to that first map that we saw. This is the Team Liquid that we expected.
The Team Liquid that we haven't seen yet a chance until this map of Abyss. The round could look very different if Chishu had a weapon. If Jishu had some kind of rifle there and felt confident to actually take the duels on the flank,
Enemy remaining.
you really could have seen the flank retake crumble. But everything worked out there for Liquid. And now EDG are going to take attack timeout. The second one on the map. The last one they'll have until this stuff. And I've actually been really impressed with Camo as well, because I think the recovery from him and his willingness to take fights has been pretty excellent. Moggy coming in here with the Vukashu buy, the Vandal with no armor.
Sending it.
It's like he's here with us.
Some level of it. See what he can get done with that weapon again, but this is everything invested. EDG will have to drag it back one round at a time.
And notice how slow EDG are playing at the start of these rounds. They're expecting pushes from Team Liquid, because that's what they did every defense round they won against DRX. Big four-person pushes, pushing out B, pushing out A.
Deep drone, hold on, as a player that could punish. Trex is here, forwards again. And there it is, he spots it out. Hello, nobody was on the phone. To who? Not too sure, but again, no coverage in sight. You're not really going to be anticipating that one here, but Trex is even getting all this extra information.
That's a sick protocol from Team Liquid. The paranoia there is to stop anybody who's helping or scaling off the drone. And then you know that you've got a free kill on nobody because he's channeling the ability. Really like that punish play.
High-low as well to disrupt this one that's coming their way. EDG grouping up for the A-pot.
It's quite committed when your team is in a 5v4 with Sova ultimate.
30 seconds left.
To put a stop to this one, though. We'll see how good EDG are trying to take this fight again. That dash is immediately stunted in your place. And Kange's off the map, man! For the finish like that is a 13-6. Flawless stuff.
And why Team Liquid would want to change over to this double duelist comp that's worked amazingly for them. But EDG going the direction of the Taeho, but playing it with a Yoru instead of a Raze, it's all up in the air, available for either team to win.
Drops and changes across the board, and it's all on the line for either of his teams.
And they're both good at bind usually.
Yeah,
but today, form has just been a roller coaster for both of these squads.
Up and down on either side.
There.
The only variable changing really being the map. So we'll see how this gets taken now. Jump spot. Backing away, scared of the potential of a trap play.
This is a map where Nats usually dominates.
And Jenny already going to be seeing that presence as well. That's found his timing. Up through, controlling a decent area now. Snakebite as well, just going to be pushing Jenny back. A lot of control of Lamps given up.
Salvos available to try to deny a plant. And immediately taking down Nats.
That's a lovely angle. Jenny's going to be immediately doing a bit of damage in that way. And then we're going to see a peeking towards the back. It's a little bit off the timing as well. That horn just disrespected. No turning towards it now. The Salvo's going to be primed and ready, but a little bit too slow on the mark. An attempt at denying it likes that plan. It's going to be not theirs. Paddy Tech still squaring up. Posturing, juking, sidestepping. Chichu snapping to the side. Quick dismissal.
Yeah, nice reload bait there.
Seeing as well, these players are potentially lining up for it, but again, the trade is online here for Gianni. Trek's last one left. In through showers. I don't exactly know his position, but noted now and cleaned up nevertheless. Nobody finds it magnetic towards the head of Trex, and pistol round opening here for EDG, something they needed.
And perfectly played from Gianni. The salvos were a little late, but that's because he was taking these duels and winning them. Even though he's lit up by a haunt,
One enemy
Camo
remaining.
takes that fight perhaps a tad early.
No
And
more
Gianni is
shot.
there just locking these aggressive players down. Putting the halt on Nat's lurk through Lamps too. A very good day for him overall. Yes, he wasn't, you know, lighting the world on fire with the Waylay on Abyss, but that was the whole team, really. But think back to what he was doing on Breach, and now coming out here in round one on Taeho. This is a win condition for EDG, getting the rookie player online. The only one who wasn't involved in lifting that Champs trophy in 2024.
Deep fight to be taken out towards showers as well. One has to be broken. Kung the one with the rifle. It's invested into this one here. Could be swiftly overwhelmed, but goes for the flash and the peek into it, and there it is with the Sheriffs and the Classic. It's all it takes to dismantle and crumble the entire hole they had going for them. He pushed past that one as a timing taken as that Util's flying forwards. Nats let loose now in towards the spawn. Just like that, flipped on its head. EDG, all those advantages we were talking about.
Really beautiful punish on the molly there. That's the kind of intelligence you have from Nats. But he was working off the fact that two players had already fallen over towards showers. I mean, those are the kind of plays that I think coaches will be really angry about.
Yeah.
Because you're taking an aggressive fight that you really don't need to at short range against pistols, and just believing that all 3 players are going to be caught by a flash. You don't even know really how many players are there. It's possible on an eco round like this, you could walk into like 5 of them, and nobody is saving a judge here too. It's, I mean, maybe not. He might go down to the spike, but running backwards and trying to save that.
Oh, he's decided to,
What's going
umming and
on?
ahhing, he's saving it.
He's saving it, and also so is Jishu.
One down.
Fight like this just going the wrong way. It's a bit too slapped together, really. You feel concrete. All the pieces of util, just the one flash to try and set yourself up.
Holy shit.
The rifle donated, and we know how that went now. And 1-1, EDG really losing the opening advantage. You might see a quick fight to be taken as well down short. This is 4 players grouped up, EDG. Knives out for now, the Prowler forwards, and a flash against it. No one from Team Liquid looking to get caught.
Oh, jump peek. Didn't actually see anything there. So Kang went for a jump, then TP'd out, and I think he told the rest of his team that there was nobody in that area of the map, so they're making a full rotate over to B, just as the rest of Team Liquid calls reinforcements back in their direction.
It's just Jenny with the Sheriff.
Head on a swivel.
Yeah, looking all sorts of directions now, looking for the right target here, but Camo's going to be shutting them down momentarily. Nats is forwards again, just spots some signs of life, the back of a player or 2. Forwards for the committal now. Smoke's going to be dropping down as a game of time is being taken by Smoggy. He's managed to find himself a way forwards and past it, but again, no anticipating this one. Nats is barely alive, instead of potentially by the bullets, and there it is. Lying in wait, Smoggy is there to deliver death from above. Forwards again with that judge being saved. Camo's lucky to be alive, and it's all come down into a 1v1. Pure mania in the final moments here of round 3. Very, very winnable. The Team Liquid managed to maintain control.
Camo thriving in the chaos of that one, picked out 4 players, and I couldn't tell you how he did it. I mean, we'll see it on the replay. Obviously, the opener we saw, but here having to run back through and clean up Smoggy, and then just brawls inside the smokes. Picks off Kang towards the end, and saves Team Liquid.
Listen. But no, listen to me.
Ooh.
Stern, putting the foot down.
Let Daddy call.
Different IGL, but I'll accept it. Flash and a horn here, quick take 4 showers. Kiko, looking like he wanted to try and grab his ult, but no, they're opting into Camos instead. Dimensional Drift.
Yeah, it's an interesting prioritization. Both of those ults are really good on their attack side. But I suppose arguably the showstopper might end up getting baited out by somebody like Kang, who can TP away. And the info that you get from Camo could be spectacular.
Launching smoke.
Bring them down.
Pressuring people back from B, but keeping both duelists on the A site without a TP to rejoin these B players indicates that Nats wants the call to end A. And Kang pushing up, has that gate crash to escape, but if he can catch Camo before the ult's popped, that would be enormous for EDG.
Time is going to be tight onto this one here. So Dimensional Drift is going to be clearing Kang's position. Noted. Smoggy taking a peek. They don't want to really see if they can exit out of this one. Smoggy, blind as anything, doesn't know which way he's looking here. And Camo is forwards anyway. Hyper-isolated position. Smoggy was just hoping he could layer it down with the help of Kang, but
fast on the flank, Brent.
Fast on the flank from behind again. Jenny's there, trying to make the most of this one. Nobody on top of it, but again, these bullets are flying forwards, and they're ringing and raining true. Team Liquid running away with it now.
And Nats really is in control. I mean, in both senses. He's doing a great performance on the server, but he's also very much in control of his team. You were hearing from Mimi how he, he's quite active in terms of the micro and calling for exactly what he wants. We even heard it on a replay there where he's really focusing his team in.
Let's go!
Whoa, that's
a poor piece of paper.
He's still got to be able to read the strats, man.
But hyped up for good reasons.
I so controlled that round, actually.
You're going to see
the way
that a lot.
Camo went forwards and was disciplined enough to reconnect with Nats, and they both went out the smoke together, and then picked up the flank immediately afterwards. Really solid. And putting the pressure instantly on EDG feels more like Abyss than Sunset so far.
Pieces are clicking for this team. You're going to see a lot of these slow calling to the round, the opening 40 seconds. Team Liquid just Poking, prodding. Not really going to be playing too fast, just waiting for the gate crash on the opposite side of things to expire.
Now this is a really common play. Liquid ready for it.
Oh, look. The clearance forwards as well. A lot of damage done as well just from that Takeda's kicking up, and Smoggy's there. Kang alongside, he's only got a shorty, and as that curtain and wall drops. Doesn't really want to be taking that fight from that angle. Still, same can't be said for this one. This is a play that's being made. Jenny and Nobody combine their might, and they dismantle, they decimate. Team Liquid is up the Trex. Rattling up the bullets, but again, that fire goes both ways. And the perfect timing is granted to Nobody. A thrifty win out of seemingly nowhere.
EDG getting a lot of value out of these faster flanks. I think they're realizing now some of the way in which Nats is defaulting around the map. Because look how fast Chichu is to just backfill all of this space. And Gianni doing a great job at slowing down everyone on Team Liquid. They just got boxed in. Nat's wall became a prison. And an enormous MasterCard thrifty for EDG to get them back in this game early.
Their fears betrayed them.
Ults starting to come online here as well. And the op considered for Kang but discarded.
Here.
Mutal roughly being thrown. Pete Hort into showers looking for the A split of Liquid, and now they're going to be sending it flying forwards. That's a showstopper! Denied! Straight into the sky, and already Smoggy standing his ground down. Trying to put through that smoke. It's all disjointed from Liquid.
What a reset.
Jenny, sharp as anything. Resetting in time, but a timing to be taken by Nats here. He's again creeping his way into the back lines. Back section, look for signs of life, and clearance called for. Already spotting out Jenny's position, and he's not long for the ward. It's a dagger to the back. Nats has found it, and he's looking for a little bit more. It's instinctual from him.
He's one away from the pit. Can't let him get to that.
One more kill will do it, and he's looking for it. Heard the showers TP. He's even got a bit of a sense for it still. So the fighter doesn't go his way, leaves it down to just Trex in that 1v2. Double swing and a fight! Oh my!
Oh, that was so winnable.
Barely one out, Nobody left on 8 HP.
By the skin of their teeth, EDG with a double swing managed to clean up the final player on Liquid and tie up the score. Look at that shutdown on the showstopper from short. A really common play being called by Team Liquid, and EDG putting the Yoru the furthest forward, who then TPs backwards, and having 3 players pepper Kiko with bullets. Relief coming out from the EDG coaching staff. They've knocked the economy down for Liquid, and now Kang does go for the op.
Horn broken for him. Crowell was the next up. Was able to take that fight as well with peace of mind. Bucky though, forwards again, trying to take that fight, but Chichu's there. Nobody fills in the gaps. Presses forwards, shows that there is no weakness currently in the defense. No more funny business, no more missed opportunities.
They've also been able to get all of these important round wins without having to utilize the defensive ults. So they've got quite an arsenal when we're talking about the next rifle round coming up here. Gianni getting stuck on a really deep line.
All the information in the world from this spot.
It's one of those positions that normally you wouldn't be too happy about a player tucking themselves into when they're at such, a 5v2. But it's also just such a weird angle. You see there, Paddy doesn't clear it properly, because why would there ever be a player there?
On the peak as well, good movement from Trex.
Okay.
Finds it, 35 seconds left, potentially time to play with.
And here's a bit of the danger, because in theory that could give a weapon over, but Paddy sticking with the stinger. Still not too much hope here. Time too low.
Off angle by Chichu, Kang on the other side of it. Shallow in terms of the angle. Crossfire setup, and as well just waits for players to wade right into his crosshair placement. And a round lead now for EDG. Pouring their way back into it.
Looking like they're starting to download the way that Nats wants to play on the attack side. Playing the short defense much more aggressively.
One enemy remaining.
We're going to see Team Liquid's coaches call the tag timeout here, and I think this is a nice time for it. Maybe even the previous round would have been a nice time for it, to be honest, but either way, EDG have made the right adaptation. Seem to be in the hunt for, like, greatest of all time status if they were able to get a Champs trophy under their belt. People like Paditek trying to get a trophy before Heretics, the team that he was subbing with. And one of those threads, at least, is going to be cut short here.
posted as the operator. Might get his chance here with Camo creeped up onto the line. He's hoping for an overextension.
The ability for plant denial using these ultimates is enormous for EDG. So they don't really need to be fighting too aggro. They're going to go and get a little bit more B main info. Back around now with the Prowler. No, actually, using it for showers.
Time to jump.
So just giving more information for Kangkang to be able to possibly set back up on this line. But the orb's really annoying in his face here.
Certainly is. Refresh on the gate crash. Camo. Flash in his face, pushing it away. That's going to give good information as well. And Team Liquid starting to flood their way forwards again. Jenny trying to fill in the pieces and the gaps potentially there. And he needs to try and lock down this area in control. But a strike towards your back, Jenny. To be met with a masterclass in terms of the util, but Kangkang really feeling that pressure and heat. EDG, they turn it up all the way. They're running this one forwards with those rifles in hands, looking for a good go of things here. But Camo still left swinging out towards the side. He's the last one left with the spike planted. Moves it into this 1v2, but again that swing and the Prowler just not dissuaded in time. EDG gradually, one round at a time, they're clawing a sizable lead.
And Prowler was drifting towards Camo
It
there.
was, didn't make it easy for him.
No, much more difficult for him to be able to reset. A huge ultimate round. I didn't realize that was a no-scope. That is brutal for Kiko.
Spike planted.
Forced off the line.
Spike planted.
All of these ults.
Here.
Dream no more.
Pretty big value, especially nobody's Fade ultimate. He had a blinder of a round. They even allowed the attacking plant to go down. They didn't use Gianni or Smoggy's ultimate to deny that. And yet was just cleaned up everyone who was trying to get there through short.
Time to work.
Now the economy's worse for Team Liquid. Still have to work the map, push people back, dodge the operator, and finish with enough time to avoid the plant being denied.
Bomb buddy out.
Slow and steady game being taken here.
I have the spike.
Mentioned it before, but you're going to see slow attack rounds as you're trying to bleed out the gate crash. Sure that can't stay posted for long.
I do like the utilization of Kangkang's Yoru up on this map. You're thinking about the other team that runs Tejo here, and you're looking at Fnatic, right? But they tend to run the Raze. They don't op on defense as much as Kangkang is here, but it's a real secondary or even primary threat that Team Liquid have to think about.
A lot of util offloaded just from that one Prowler. The Molly and salvos. I believe both the salvos being used as well. You just threw the kitchen sink at them.
They're fighting this short smoke really forward.
Cutting through.
Drift even going to be committed now on the other side of things. This is Camo trying to take this one step further. Weaponry's not entirely ideal, but again, he's going to be spotting out the bodies and the players. But here it is. Armageddon layers it out and it's rolling out the red carpet. But can you withstand it? It's a lot of temperature that's increased all the way. Alongside that pressure, Chichu not to be removed. The same with nobody. They have cemented and carved out a bit of a space to play in. Caterpillar with the smokes. Safe plan granted. Pit on top of it. This is potentially winnable for Liquid. They're spotting it. A chance potentially forward. Again, that TP into Hookah. Let's see if they can take these fights forwards again, but the kills could go in either way. Camo trying to rip two of their heads off Mats. Follows up with a second, and already looking dire right now for EDG. Well, they're in a good spot for it, but Team Liquid, as soon as they lay it down that pit, looking primed forward, still time on their side. EDG could make a good go of this one here. Moving forwards again, trying to dissect that pit up. Stray shots popped off. Kangkang trying to play the retake into this with just that operator, but just missing the shots off to the side. Camo! Barely anything to work with, but it leaves it down into that 1v2. Nats!
There's no time.
And enough time for it, yeah. It's ticking far too far.
And that shows you the power of the Vipers pit, Brent, because there were a lot of things that went wrong in that round for Team Liquid. But still, Nats comes out with the Red Bull clutch towards the end. I mean, the opener, Trex actually missed the smokes, so there was a small gap towards the left-hand side here that gets Kiko killed. Camo hits some great shots, though, playing outside the pit. Had a bit of a wibble, bit of a wobble towards the end.
One enemy.
But despite not having the cleanest entry, as soon as that pit went down, they were in control of the site.
Last player
Both
standing.
ultimates coming out from Gianni and Smoggy, overcome. So Team Liquid put an important one on the board, but they still have to deal with this op and a short push.
Hells on either side. Connecting up with the wall.
Go get it.
Let's Nats play with the rest of the pack here. Camo deeply inserted off to the side, and he's just caught with a util out into his hands. Even out 4v4. Kangkang is in the fight into the action here, but again, they've got bullets raining down on them. Any sort of entry Swatted out of the sky. Kiko, there's no more. Jenny, go on, Walkabout. He's got a spike down in his lap.
It's all on
for
Nats here. If there's any chance of a recovery, he would have to play this so intelligently.
Nats has got to know. Got to know. He snaps towards it.
What a flip.
Anticipation that it could have been that deep push out.
And door opened. Smoggy smoked off now. Nats in control with spike in hand. Has a chance to stabilize.
Team Liquid are one of the best teams in the world at stabilizing. Moments like this, when they're at a disadvantage. We saw it in the prior round. As soon as they saw all the presence of the bodies, they called for the fast speed up over towards B, and this is no different.
Very safe plan. Have to play on site to defend this.
3v3. Elbow control, top priority for Team Liquid. Make sure to reinforce it with plenty of bodies. Chichu is walking, wading in towards the back of the side, comes down to that first fight, wins it. Addy, it's gone down and out. Chichu's still there, getting active, but again, dropped down, and Nats! This guy is just unstoppable right now. You take him to bind. You're looking at home territory for a player like this, and he has not stepped on whatsoever. The form is just impeccable. No slowing down, and not from Abyss, and not to now.
That is unbelievable. That's a round that showcases why people are rating Nats as one of the best players in the world. He single-handedly goes and retrieves the spike, insane flick onto Gianni, and then also handles every other player that contests in the post plan.
Tell me like that, Ayas. Patrick, I'm so sorry.
If Abyss wasn't good enough, he has just given them another in on blind. Rough time. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be making the correlation with him playing Yoru. I've been watching him get better and better on Yoru in VCTCN, but hasn't really shown it in this game.
Trailing near the bottom. At the bottom for his team. It's a horn that's not broken in time, so 2 players spotted out, including, I believe, the TP animation. They know that Kang's drifted to a different spot.
I do think, though, that the operator generally, the threat of the op, has been hard for Liquid to call around. It's not here, though, now.
Cam can go walkabouts. As soon as they spot it, Kang was the one playing forwards over towards B long. He knows that, okay, well, Shower's pressure is going to be a little bit less.
You're
Really is worried.
You're expecting a flash re-clear out through a smoke like that. So you see how tentative Kiko and Patty are moving up. Here. Both players on A getting posted on more aggressive angles as well.
Oh.
And it pays off for Nats.
Cements himself here into short. Still locking down most of the angles as well with that Shower's control. Looking to pick apart his EDG defense. Deep at the smokes as well. For its back of the site. No chance of anybody being able to play in and through and past it. And in fact, it gives an open sightline as well. Camo just takes this one up towards bench. And you're seeing already the kills are going to be toppling. EDG, they're going to try and play that plant now. They have the util for it. Smoggy's forwards in the smoke. And again, with everybody just being picked apart, pulled to pieces, whittled down till nobody remains. Team Liquid.
They need to plant the spike.
They definitely do with time being short like this. Chichu's got himself one, but there's that trade. Instantaneous and Shorty, or at least the judge, I should say, not favored in spots like that. Round lead here for Liquid. They have clawed this one back. Took some heroics to get here.
Very patient round as well. Reminiscent of what Nats was calling at the very start of this half. And I think you can see here that they're much more comfortable contacting onto deeper angles towards short and showers when they know that there's not an op that they're going to be walking into. Now going into this final round, I'm not actually sure that there was anyone who saved enough money to even get it into Kang's hands. So they should be able to see the scoreboard and realize that everyone's going to have rifles.
Haunt, no issue. With early here, EDG with that deep hit down over towards B long, cuts off the one avenue.
And it also cuts off an ult orb that Kiko would have loved. Maybe even Nats or Patty would have loved that too.
Using a nade onto either side, not really used in conjunction, but...
And doesn't push Kang away.
Still
the gate crash is gone.
Yeah, the gate crash gone, and he can't really get another one active. Not out the lip of Hookah. He is stuck here, hard committed.
Toxins going up.
One of the things that was working really well for EDG's defense was finding this short smoke aggro with a crossfire, one on Pocket and one on Lamps. It doesn't really exist at the moment. Droning out showers, Gianni's going to have to go and help Smoggy if they wanted the same kind of defensive setup.
Bomb buddy out.
Unbroken, deep haunt, signal At least a lot of action is happening over towards this A site, calling for a few of these rotations. You've got 40 seconds left. Which direction are you going in?
It feels like short when the showstopper comes up for Kiko.
Here it is, primed, ready, and
EDG
waiting.
have read it.
Satchel down and out. EDG have a few bodies here. Smoggy, it's a beautiful kill, and even just sidestep most of this. Over a strike, lay it down. It's like kept the play in, but our Hawk will reveal you anyway. Jenny! Let loose and unleashed across the site. And Trex, considering a different line and a different avenue of retreat potentially for it, but time is against him. Final round to play for. You've got to make a go of things, but 6-6 is what it's been drawn to. EDG not finished yet.
Nice read from the caller of EDG there. As soon as they saw Kiko taking that ult orb over towards Showers, they knew it was ending over towards A. 4-player stack. Fought it really heavy. And an even half. Very, very different to Sunset and Abyss.
It's what we wanted, an even affair between both of these teams to decide who is eliminated, who goes that one step further forward in Champions 2025.
Elimination and have any chance, any at all, of making that dream happen of the back-to-back champs win.
Has to start here. One of the major hurdles on either side here for Team Liquid. They want to show up, they want to show their potential. But they've hinted at all year long, but already Chichu. First casualty on the side, that is Camo, going to be done, taken out. Head clean off.
Oh, clash here.
Clear! Shredded by the bullets.
With no util.
Lined up straight away for nobody, and already just like Sheriff, you can stand your ground as much as you want, but you are going to be overwhelmed.
They think back to Team Liquid's previous composition, right, where they ran the Gecko in the sky. Of course you can do reclears like that. You can do double flash reclears with the Dizzy and the Guiding Light, but just double walking it like that with Paddy and Nats is really risky. And you can see why they had the read. EDG threw Smoggy's Molly right at the start of the round, makes it feel like it's a fast B hit. And then when the noise is cut, you're like, all right, well, now they're in a 5v4, they're going to be rotating elsewhere. Unfortunately, wrong read. And Team Liquid hardcore punished for going for that. Leaving things all in the hands of Trex, who can't get anything going, and a big pistol round for Chishu. Puts his team up in the map, 7-6.
Weapon knitting.
Winning both pistols, but a reminder that they insta lost the next round.
Yeah,
so that's something they've
couple
got
of
to avoid.
misplays.
Let's go!
Looking for it to be a bit cleaner.
Yeah, Bren, if you think about how they lost that previous round, in round 2, it was because they went for a flash clear themselves on defense, over towards Showers, and took a fight at close range against pistols. So looking for them to take less high-risk plays here on the attack side. Or more long-range kind of fights.
Disrespect the smoke that's in your face, Prowler. Clears it. All drop down as well. No funny business, no one hiding behind it.
Fake teleport. Cutting through.
And he's all the way pressed up here, just with that Marshall. Could be deadly against Team Liquid right now, but they are also grouped up looking for a play of their own. Risks to be taken on a round like this. Chichu looks to contain just the one before the eventual trade. Comes out, doesn't give up a gun though. It's the important element. Trex even dealt with. Trying to take that timing against him. Nobody now fully committing down to that plant. Still vulnerable up. Snakebite will be taking him down. Can covers over the shoulder.
It's a lot of damage, but the regen armor puts nobody slightly more healthy. Paddy and Kiko both retaking, from the same angle.
Okay, looking to get active here. Just a leg shot here, just no scope. Not needed. Can 3-piece, make sure that they can sail them way to nice healthy bonus round. Looking forward to round 15.
A little bit of confidence there as well, perhaps, from Kang.
Kill.
3 pretty easy kills with the Marshall.
Enemy remaining.
Sorry.
Maybe reminiscent of the style that he wants to play. Might be wanting to pick up quite a lot of Marshall attack side op. When he was playing the attack op on the Yoru, when he was playing the attack Yoru on a range of different maps in VCTCN, one of the things was that he was playing quite a lurky attack op style compared to a lot of other Yorus, but Bind not normally known for that.
Deep Snakebite up and over to the top. It's going to cause Nats to back away, peel off that angle.
Yeah, really good util pressure from EDG, making sure that there's no opportunity for Liquid to maintain that spot and just jiggle peek B long. And this, I think, is going to be a big problem for Liquid, because normally their defensive game plan would be to double flash this, or at least single flash it for info.
Yeah.
And now we don't even see Patty playing over here.
Portal closed.
Are they going to go for a reclear?
Actually looking for it. Nats is just spotted out anyway. Shoulder potentially poking out as that wall dropped down.
Yeah, I think that's the weapon as well. The gun barrel giving him away.
Was part of the puzzle solved here for Team Liquid. Still slow going for EDG, but now steadily grouping up, looking for potentially a bit of an A-pop. Chichu's still alive. Waiting for the fuel to come up potentially. Before he goes for that re-peek, and Kiko's going to be the one to receive. Haunt spots nothing. Prowler does though onto Kiko, so understanding there's a player
30
there.
seconds left.
Times of the Essence is getting a little bit dicey, a little bit hairy here. Quick tap and a back away. EDG looking to try and take this in a completely different avenue, but it's disjointed. Jenny is not synced up with the rest of his team, trying to take a fight into the back of the site like that. Team Liquid have got this one completely under lock.
Except there's a flank coming through from Smoggy and Showers. No,
Still
no
timing,
time.
yeah, it's just a little bit off.
Flawless.
Could have potentially been put together if the timing was a bit tighter, but for Team Liquid, it's flawless against the bonus. Best that they could hope for.
Remember to talk to each other out there.
And now let's see whether EDG do decide to go for some kind of
Sunscreen down.
attacking operator. Kankan really caught in that corner. I think in theory, EDG should have the advantage over towards B long, especially with how nice their util looks.
Nice picture.
But we'll see if it plays out like that on the rifle rounds. No attack op coming out from Kankan. He had a lot of money in the bank, but has decided not to use it. Rifles on board.
Salvo's primed here from Jenny. Looking to clear most of the way in through Hookah.
Time to jump.
Prowler on one side, Salvo on the other.
Actually a really aggressive hold from Trex towards Showers. He was solo holding it in the previous round as well. That's why I was highlighting the Smoggy backstab. It just came too late. But Trex solo hold, Showers could be a potential weakness. Look at Team Liquid again getting active on the B reclears.
Constantly looking for mid-round information. Camo himself as well, taking a peek, but no signs of life forwards. That's a bullet to the dome by nobody. He's going to be still alive, but limping out of the fight the rest of it. Camo.
They can't actually
Picked
scale
up.
into lamps there though, Bren, because the Viper fuel too low.
Moving into a different direction, and 50 seconds left. You're going to be taking it over towards B. Nats is deep inserted into Hookah. He's going to be hearing all the signs if they make even one sound cue, calling for the rotation potentially.
C's still available for Patty as well. He's looking to try to get a headshot back, throw the C's again.
This could get rough. Really quickly here for EDG. That C's is going to be slowing down the approach once more. And there it is, good connection. TP forwards from Kankan could disjoint this, but he needs the rest of his team to try and help him out. Haunt even deeper. Nade up towards the top. Drone spotting it out. Dicey position. EDG though, they have to hard commit into this one. It's absolutely everything on the line. The clearance is there, intact. That's going to be done, dusted. Paddy finished. Kankan swinging from the side. Heavy hits being dished out.
Looking way more comfortable on the attack side here, Kankan, with the rifle. That was a very confident swing there on the right. That certainly could have been a bit of a dagger in the back. Was solo holding Hookah, but there Gianni deals with him. Stu on site as well, and Paddy and Kiko demolished. Kankan wants this.
Time to jump.
Both of these teams want it bad. To have this be the final chapter in your year. Feel like bitter disappointment. Camo, you are way out in the open there, even with the gate crash. Overwhelmed with the amount of bodies that were facing for a fight.
Really believed, I guess, in the haunt value that Paddy had thrown out. Nice bait from EDG. Are they aware of this, though?
Hold on, they're double holding this for a little bit further, but now they've turned their attention. Just at the right timing there.
Yeah, very
Kiko
solid.
could have potentially got lucky.
Pretty good awareness, though, overall, I think. Got to give him credit. And this round is going to get them up to some massive ultimates. I mean, the combo I'm thinking of is nobody into Kankan. You got a Fade ultimate that's just going to rip people's audio cues away, and then Kankan can go crazy with his ult as an initiation. It's actually Jenny that they give the plant to, though.
Yeah, not looking to build up towards any of the ults, either of them, really.
Really not quite thinking about the larger picture there, I think, but we'll see if Kankan and nobody go for chasing some of these kills. There's still 3 Liquid players. It would be tasty little snacks.
Rifle handed over to Paddy.
I mean, the weapons are not good from Nats and Trex. And Trex doesn't even have armor, but you don't want to die to the wrong person here.
To the corner.
Don't mind dying
Smoggy.
to Smoggy, though.
And he's going hunting.
One enemy remaining.
To himself. Completely locked and sealed up towards that one. So this is a 3-round difference now for EDG. But you have to see a bit of fight back, I think. A bit of bite back from Team Liquid in this upcoming round because the money is starting to flourish. We're saving for this.
It's tough trying to contest space against the double drone competition
Yeah.
that EDG are bringing out. They've just got so much util to try to take space for themselves on attack
Towers.
that they once more will be sent home, this time in last place. The first team to exit.
Unthinkable for them. That's why they've got to dig deep here. Same could be said for EDG. Applying that pressure nice and early here. It's double salvos committed, a haunt on top of it. They're really keen for that shower's control. Smoggy the furthest one forwards.
Well, this will give them an ult orb. That'll give them an initiation tool. They want an ult. I mean, I'd be looking towards Kankan, to be honest, but they're going to put it onto Smoggy. They want an ult that'll help them get the exec going so that they can win the post plant with Chishu's.
Cutting through.
The presence. Push back here from EDG, looking to see if they can show some signs of life on B.
But B main,
Straight into the operator though. It's Camo. Wades back in. TP immediate evacuation and pivot over towards A to try and reinforce that area.
yeah, well, now you've lost your Yoru. So you don't have as easy a way of getting onto a site and getting value out of Chishu's ult, which is the game closer here. They didn't use the snake bike, didn't use Prowlers
No.
to take B long control. That's, I think, such an error for EDG when it was working so well earlier.
Very much limping into this round. Of course, Team Liquid, happy to capitalize, happy to jump on the chance of it. A lot of util used there. That horn has to be sidestepped just for a moment, but that's feeling that pressure again. Just shanks the Prowler in his face and still claims the kill, but in through the back, that's a head. Oh my, Molly straight to the dome. Rebounds backwards, still as EDG with full control of this site. Plant out now. Nightfall going to be committed. In through out, that's a double tag out, and they got to hear these players in the pressure there. Camo to next it occurs, and that's a dimensional drift to get him out of dodge and danger. Smoggy is left wondering how the hell has that happened? And too much to deal with. Nobody's overcome. Too many in terms of the targets. A tap and a triple face. Team Liquid relentless there on the retake.
Chishu died in the midst of all of that, so EDG couldn't take safety inside of Viper's pit. And I think Camo is really the game changer there. Being able to pick up one early, then one in elbow as well. And escapes being traded with his ultimate. This time not cancelling it.
Nice! Nice, Camille. Good job. Very important round.
That is a hugely important round. If anything, a bit of an understatement from Paddy. That could have been their entire life. The eco is horrible, though, actually.
Not sure what's going on.
Okay, no, they've salvaged something. Bit of scraps for Patty, but everybody else has got good stuff.
Nance does have the ult. Choose to offload it. Hit down towards it, but the salvos cuts off the common off angles. And that dimensional drift as well. That's a horn forwards, but he's missed one of the players in the fight. Kang looking to see if he can clear the way, mostly in through lamps, and that TP is forced out. Evacuation by Camo. Healing back, but this is long-range util that's coming flying forwards. Plant an eye by Team Liquid. That's the game that they want to play.
They've got one flash EDG for trying to push back site.
Potential chance here, but that orbital strike. Trex is running way out to the open here, and he will be finished off from the bullets in the end. Nats forwards again. Team Liquid players are in position potentially to play a part into this one. Play a bit spoilers. That's a pit deep into the back of the site. Good luck dislodging this one. EDG looking for a different direction now entirely, but it's Paddy Tech who's left lying in wait with that Judge, waiting to receive, and here it is. He's an absolute menace.
Spike down.
Judge in hand, that's a spike drop down in your lap, and Kang spawning it just off to the side. Adjacent there, and a jar with a movement. Quickly enough with it. This is pure chaos now. Pandemonium being thrown into the mix, but Paddy will never be denied.
4 players flushed into his lap. The game plan perfect from Liquid. Nats with that retake pit early, and EDG want no piece of it. He knows exactly what the reaction is going to be. They actually anticipated that EDG were going to commit more resources towards the backside push when Smoggy used his ult. But Team Liquid win 2 of the most important rounds they might face in the early stages of this tournament. And EDG...
Coming up now here, but this is it. Big investment. You can see the credits down to the left. EDG
Stay focused.
eyeing up fully.
They were thinking even about getting Kang the operator right before we went back to this scene.
see how this opening goes. Early with the Prowler, Paddy catching some signs of life. A few stray shots as well popped off, and the same hookah take. Salvo's in a Prowler, flash in your face is another extra element towards it. Kang look to take this, but this is reinforced up. It's Nats and Paddy trying to potentially take a fight. They're just sitting inside that smoke. It's a snake fight. The Prowler, there was no one there to really catch the contact of it.
They are doing a great job at re-clearing hookah every time that EDG pressure it. It's helping their macro so much. They can now stack 3A.
And now getting a move on. Rapidly going. The Stimmies drop down at your feet. Times it. Makes some moves over towards it. Team Liquid have reinforced it. Kiko looking to see if he can try and deny. He's trying to hold his ground up against it, but that's a flash into your face. And wow, Kang and Jenny, they just walked all over the man. And Kang might as well be walking on bloody water, man, with plays like that. What an entry. What a position he's inserted his team in.
Trex was absolutely none the wiser. No information given from the other two players on his team by the look of things. Didn't expect Kang to be over by triple. That's the kind of thing you need to see from the guy. Kang's had a flash in a couple of other rounds where maybe the team needed to try to push a little deeper. This time, takes matters into his own hands, creates all of that space for Chishu to get ult down, round secured. It wasn't one of those rounds that would completely break Team Liquid's economy, though. Camo especially keeping that operator in hand. He'll be able to drop probably 2 players on his team.
It will bring EDG up to 11. 2 more is all it takes. They'll be sending Team Liquid packing. A play like this, I don't think Hayes needed it. Not the perfect timing to be taking it.
He just found so much value, didn't it?
Yeah. Right when they're trying to get the plant down, knowing they're going to be trying to play that plant denial. They didn't have showers control. Kang rips it away from them. Head in the hands, but the job is not done yet, not finished. Team Liquid still have ways to get back in.
And you could argue that Chishu's ultimate used maybe a bit too safely. Because that round was pretty much secured anyway.
Slow. Very slow, looking to contain. Kang just holding. Popped up top. Slightest of off angles. Very deep push happening by Trex here. At the support of Kama, but Kama TP'd out, and this could come down to the 1v1 fight. Has taken Trex. Lever of the movement.
What a swing.
Offsets the aim of Kang, just takes the swing fully towards it.
That's very bold, and Kiko is in lamps with a judge. Haditek's judge in hookah ruined EDG a couple of rounds ago.
Same could be said right now. Potentially. Far back angle. He's just going to be walking straight back into this one. There was no clearance, no even thought that could be held by someone else. Underhanded with a nade. Kiko trying to push this one back, but Chichu, full committal into that plan, not denied from the satchel. The 3v5, this is Team Liquid's a shot in a while now, and just skipping and hopping around. Nobody just can't quite get the kill that he was hoping for. Potentially would have been a gift.
Doubling back through showers, though, something that Liquid have got to be cautious about. They can't let this slip. It's a 5v3.
Pulling up and rotating around. It's another smoke just dropped down. Cuts off that Lamp's position. Quick bit of spam. That snake bite is perfect. Nats layering it down, trying to get his team all the way back into this one. It's a tap to try and pull these players out into the open, but as that drops, Paddy opened up. Action is happening, and the fight's taken towards Team Liquid. It's fully in their sights, fully in their control. Surely the safety's there. Yes, it is. Heroics at the end, potentially a chance for Chichu. But shut down a player advantage a little bit too much there, so Team Liquid, they are hanging on.
We could end up at the end of Bind here, having one crucial round swing everything.
Enemy remain.
Liquid just surviving there when their economy was on the edge, putting the pressure back on EDG, who themselves have minimum loss bonus, rounds flying one way and then the other. Camo's op, though, has been a consistent factor in the final moments here on Bind. Not going to have too much of an opportunity early on here, but EDG expecting something, holding, waiting, perhaps for the haunt that has been coming out from Padatek fairly early on B. This time, he saves it. Only now after 20 seconds to EDG start to take some sand control with a Prowler of their own.
Very cautious. Going to wait out the most amount of time possible. Camo at some point will have to respect it. The gate crash, I think the second one used.
Look at nobody. He knows they've been going for a hookah re-clear. He knows they've been hiding in that smoke. Just this time Liquid change it up.
Not stray shots, but attention, you can cut it with a knife at this point.
Oh, here comes the hookah reclear. Here it comes straight into nobody.
And nobody's waiting. Tucked to the corner now, he's got to be hearing it. Signs of life towards that B long. He's calling for the reinforcements. Smoggy's going to be joining him. But what is the play to be made? Just cowering, waiting, hiding into the corner, but there it is as it fades away. Nats just reveals his hand. A quick return of the fire. Nobody's there. And the stray shots from B long. That avenue was given up. Armageddon out. He's going to roll out that carpet, but Kiko wants to play in front of it. The timing just missed. Drop down from the ultimate. Trying to take it with the operator. It's fast and loose. And jumping in the fight. EDG are up to 12.
Match point for EDG. The Champions winners of 2024. The tension in hookah there was palpable. And yet in the end, they ended up going 1-for-1, and it was actually just a fast reaction coming out from EDG that got them the success. Bold from Kangkong as well, swinging with his clone.
Taking the fight towards him. Where it hurts.
And Liquid have got to have some belief here that they can do it. Their eco's not in a good spot. They need 2 to get it to overtime, and then their coach can have some impact.
This might be aggro. The money. Shoddy buys from Team Liquid, but they have to stay alive with a round win here for EDG. It's everything.
It's a nice idea that the Haunt goes over towards Market, catches a player that could be defaulting there, but EDG, no one home, and they're pushing up to hookah again.
Who's next?
These skills end up being claimed. Dimensional Drift to try and take the fight forwards. Camo! My God, man! An explosive is the element that Team Liquid needed. Kangkong the one to clear this one again, but he's going to be staring down. Battle of defeat potentially. Found his way into the site. Chichu claiming kills, but it's just down to Kangkong. Clone in your face, not anticipating the position. Team Liquid are not done yet.
It takes some real courage to go for a play like that when your entire tournament is on the line. They go for an aggro push down short and a sand crunch. Playing aggro in hookah again and Camo picking up 2. Never playing not to lose, still believing they can play for the win. But they need to do it again.
They have to drag it to OT.
There are 2 players from EDG coming into this with no armor. Nobody and Smoggy are just coming in with raw 100 health.
I'm just hoping that sheer aura protects them at this point.
Here's that play again, Smoggy getting lit up. No,
Aggro fight.
Breaks it.
Potential for it. The players are in position again to squeeze with a TP play. Camo's even taken it. Has the TP to try and exit out. Just trying to put a bit of fear into the step of EDG here.
TP's out, and I think nobody heard that one. I mean, it could be a fake, of course. There is, in fact, even a clone. Still inside the TP. That one is going to cook nobody's brain if they go for the hookah reclear at the same time as popping it. But EDG grouping towards short. Starting now at the 1 minute mark to end A. And there is no gate crash, no immediate help. All on Trex and Kiko.
Kiko gets a kill. He has the ult online. The angle is just missed ever so slightly. Trex gets to drop down that util. Feeling the pressure now. Now Horn's going to be revealing him. Has to tuck to the corner and towards the side. Kiko trying to help him out, but the flashes are immense. Trex is still there, standing his ground. Trying to take the fight forwards again, but that weaker weaponry of EDG is hurting them. They call for the pivot.
It's back to Nats.
And moving into it. This is his site. This is his domains. You dare try and cross that threshold. You dare try and step up to him because Nats is online. And there is no access to his site. Team Liquid making a play that wins them the day, that drags them all the way to OT.
There's another example of that incredible position could be given up. Trex as well does a remarkable job of deleting Kangkong. But this play towards the end, vintage Nats. 22 kills in the map so far. Camo by his side, but they're the team that's been under pressure. EDG got to match point and couldn't quite convert. And Kangkong's going to pick up the op as we head into our first round of OT. He was thinking about doing it so much on their attack side too, but he didn't go for it. Trex is going to attack side op?
That's insane. It's pure insanity on either side, but listen, you've got to throw curveballs out when you get to OT. Slow and steady. The tension is sky high between both of these teams here. But a bit of a breather. Momentary pause.
They are never going to expect this attack op. It's just about whether Trex can get into positions to actually get value from it.
Anticipating potentially a reclear, but they are just posting Trex up.
There are 3, now 4 players on A.
Waiting. Chichu. Not sure what sound cues he's heard, but he's got a bit of a read here. Waiting it down to that mini mark. Gate crash going to be expiring soon enough. Signs of life now. The chance to explode. Kangkang's forwards into the angle again. Going to try and hold this one down. He doesn't have another gate crash, but it's a nade at his feet. Haunt feeling that one onto the clone forwards again, but Team Liquid, they don't bite. They don't commit. They bide their time and wait for Paddy Tech to see if he can get anything going.
Chishu with a jump peek, doesn't see anything. Paddy holding for it, trying to punish again. Still 4 players stacked from EDG on A. Their read has been immaculate in the first round of OT. And the time is ticking.
Yeah, the time is barely there for them.
You've got to make a decision here.
Team Liquid umming, ahhing, seeing where they want to try and play this one in, but a missed shot potentially is the avenue they were looking for here. Team Liquid trying to take these fights forwards fast again. Trek's off towards the side, but again, trades are immaculate from EDG. Forwards at a shorting, maybe getting a little bit too cheeky.
It's all Kiku alone.
Kill potentially there, but a double swing, and Paddy is miles away. The diffuser's online, they hear the TP, Smoggy knows it. Coverage in sight, snakebite at your feet, there's nowhere to run, there's no way you can make a play towards it. EDG, back to match point.
This time a very deliberate teleport coming out from Team Liquid, but a same disastrous end to the round. A player miles away, unable to have any impact to stop the diffuse from coming through. And EDG, they read what was happening in this round perfectly. 4 players on A the entire time, with Chishu alone locking that down, and Paddy never offered an opportunity to get the lurk working.
Nice!
The pressure back on Team Liquid. The 3rd match point for EDG. That's a talk to their coach as well. Now drifts back over to A though. Not looking to try to rotate based on noise. This duo of Nats and Paddy, they've been doing a good job actually of holding over towards B. The B long reclear wasn't working. The hookah reclear was what they were going for 90% of the time. But EDG are so aware of that. I mean, the pattern has played out.
Launching missile.
Definitely feels like EDG are the team with more chances, more opportunities, closer and closer to closing this out.
Again, nobody preempted with the spam. Understanding they've been doing that hookah reclearance. This time, more bodies to see if they can receive and push this one back. It's a rotation of Team Liquid. They've got plenty of bodies here. That's attack committed onto the corner. It's an off-angle position. Off-angle position. Lands it, finds his target, puts down. Chichu still swinging wide. It's fights to be taken. EDG trying to opt into this one again, but pick and choose your timings. You're again stepping into Nats' playground.
Is he going to think about Kangkang?
Just dropped off from that ledge. Gives Kangkang the perfect timing. Brings it into a 2v3.
It's tough to get out onto site here, though. Smoggy's already used all of his smokes.
And Smoggy's earned it out, and he's evened it out into a 2v2. Kiko spotted into the corner. His position notice still sharp as anything. Pops ahead of Smoggy. Brings it down into that 1v2. Kangkang all on his shoulders. Double face up. Here's the scuttling and the scurrying into the sand. The trade is intact. Team Liquid still alive.
I like that swap up from Team Liquid as well. Now EDG again not using the same level of utility to go and take B long. Yes, they used the snake bite, but there wasn't a lot of there wasn't a prowler there, a drone, a salvo, these kind of things that they were doing early in their attack half. And that allowed Nats and Paddy to set up a bait and switch setup over towards the TP. And then trade out the rest of the kills once they had that player advantage. Reset again. And once more, another attack operator. They're so determined to get a punish on Kangkang. At least that's what I imagine it's for.
Form barely broken on either side.
Camo's posted. Smoggy going for a walk-up. Could get punished here.
Could be very dangerous.
He's just trying to deny a lurk-up from Nats. They're hyper-aware that that short area is Nats' playground.
Cutting through.
But actually, the clash could be happening in hookah here.
Definitely could. Season and nade is a good connection.
Oh,
nobody has to step forwards. Just rounds the box in time, and he's still going to be able to play his life and survive.
It's a lot of damage.
There's a lot. Still claimed, and that's a timing to take. Smoggy, attack side operator, denied.
What a risk for Camo to be walking in front of that when EDG have been holding that short smoke aggressively. That's a crazy risk.
Rotation in now. 40 seconds left roughly in the round. Team Liquid trying to make their way forwards again. It's a double satchel on top of that Prowler to seize as well to connect, but Smoggy locks it down, holds it down. This guy is rooted to the spot in lamps and will not give it up for anything. Jenny still there. Shorty shot's going wide, and that's just adjusts his aim. More bullets where that came from here, but his plant is down with no real pushback. EDG just trying to scurry their way back in as well. Doubled up, holding on. Lamp's control vitally important and trying to go for the 3-2-1, the swinging wide. Putting their bodies on the line, Team Liquid. May have just earned themselves a chance to bring it up to 14, a chance to bring it up one round closer. Smokes fade, Chichu's missed his chance. Not quite a tap, it's Kang full sticking, full trust enabled, and he's got that half earned, but it matters not in the end. Team Liquid, an outer team on the cusp.
They get themselves their first match point here, but that was EDG's to win. That was EDG's opportunity to get another match point. Smoggy had done so much good work, and this play right here,
One enemy remaining.
the jump peek into Trex swinging, and Trex played that remarkably well as well.
Thank you.
Big swap up. But Camo's been conditioning that he's been buying it every time, so EDG have still got to respect the fact that they could be one online. It's also a really different defensive setup. Nat's holding over towards A and giving Trex control of B long.
The flash, the molly disrespected. Trex lays it down with that spam. Kang was just rinsed and ripped to pieces with the molly at his feet.
Even a little bit of chip damage there onto Nobody as well.
Trying to counter spam it straight back at him. Trex almost going down for the punish.
But still, throwing out a lot of damage of his own. Smoggy down to 46. The start here is horrendous for EDG. They are going to have to dig so deep to stay here.
4v5. Your tournament life on the line. To be one of the earliest exits out of champs. EDG trying to deny that. All grouped up towards B, but this is a heavy stack of Team Liquid players, and the smokes replace the wall.
They have no flash to get through now that Kang's gone. Chishu would love to get an opener.
Still on Chichu. Wherever he can find a way back in, and they do find Trex. Shorty down. Paddy's going to try and hold this one deep as well, but that drone is going to be splitting it out, trying to take this fight forwards! Decay down
B.
to single digits, and a hail of bullets
seconds left.
will deliver Team Liquid all the way further forwards. EDG, it's all on Chichu. It's all on the IGL, but it's done and dusted, it's finished up. The Team Liquid, not finished yet.